From the night Ankalaev stripped Pereira of his own crown,
he hurt him! Massive left late in the round for Ankalaev!
to the moment Pereira reclaimed it in spectacular fashion,
Ankalaev covering up! Big ground strikes from Peloton!
Oh my goodness! You hurt him bad with that elbow!
their rivalry is proof that when two elite fighters meet with everything on the line, you get fireworks. Alex "Poetan" Pereira is one of the most feared strikers in mixed martial arts. The Brazilian powerhouse, a former two-division Glory Kickboxing world champion, made an extraordinary transition to the UFC and quickly captured the world's attention. Known for his cold, emotionless demeanor and terrifying knockout power, Pereira's rise through the middleweight and light heavyweight divisions was nothing short of legendary. His left hook became his signature weapon, the same strike that dethroned Israel Adesanya in November 2022 and marked his arrival as an elite-level fighter. On the other hand, Magomed Ankalaev, born and raised in Dagestan, is a master of sambo and wrestling. His fighting style embodies control, precision, and pressure. Unlike Pereira's explosive and unpredictable approach, Ankalaev's game is systematic. He breaks opponents down with relentless grappling, suffocating cage pressure, and strategic striking. Calm, composed, and analytical, he represents the new generation of Dagestani dominance inside the octagon. While Pereira thrives in chaos and violent exchanges, Ankalaev thrives in dominance and order. So you can imagine the intensity as these two warriors faced each other inside the octagon. As expected, the first fight between them was not just a display of skill, but a clash of contrasting styles. Pereira and Ankalaev's first encounter took place on March 9, 2025, headlining UFC 313 in Las Vegas. Pereira entered the octagon as the reigning UFC light heavyweight champion, while Ankalaev was the top contender, carrying a long unbeaten streak and the reputation of being one of the division's most technically complete fighters.
Ooh, he buckled him with that one. That right leg is already bruised and red.
From the opening round, it was clear that this was going to be a chess match as much as a fight. Pereira looked to maintain range, unleashing heavy calf kicks and jabs to disrupt Ankalaev's rhythm. The Dagestani challenger, however, refused to be drawn into a brawl.
Ankalaev a moment ago. And look at that, Pereira clearly investing low early.
Another one. Hurt him again with it. There's the shot. There it is.
He closed the distance patiently, used his jab to find openings. Ankalaev's composure under fire was remarkable. Whenever Pereira exploded with combinations, Ankalaev calmly circled out or countered with short hooks and level changes.
Defense by Pereira, pulling him up. Let's see if Ankalaev hooks it. Pereira was able to pull backwards, lift that lock up from under his butt. Ankalaev got to his hips very, very well.
He did.
But look at the redness on the leg of Ankalaev already.
Yeah, that right calf is already busted up.
As the rounds went on, Ankalaev began to dictate the pace, landing clean strikes in close and mixing in takedown attempts that kept Pereira guessing.
Good counterattack by Ankalaev and a big left hand.
Beautiful
Big
left hand
by Ankalaev. Punches and tight.
He's very good with his strikes and tight. Really good round from the challenger.
He hurt him!
Massive left late in the round for Ankalaev!
By the later rounds, Ankalaev's game plan had taken full effect. He controlled the cage, nullified Pereira's power, and forced him to fight at a slower rhythm.
Yeah, he's really got Pereira on his heels and just throwing off his... Nice right hand by Pereira.
Nice combo by the champ.
Ankalaev right now. Exactly what he's trying to do.
Because if they're booing, he's winning.
Yeah.
Right? That's like Pereira's the favorite.
Wow. Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev.
When the final horn sounded, all three judges scored the bout for Magomed Ankalaev by unanimous decision, earning him the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship.
Undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Ankalaev!
It was a tactical masterpiece. Ankalaev's methodical approach neutralized one of the most feared strikers in the sport. But for Pereira, it wasn't the end. It was motivation. It lit a fire within him, which meant one thing: a rematch was imminent. For Pereira, the rematch represented redemption. Losing his belt was a blow to his momentum, but his response was immediate. Refine his takedown defense, improve his timing, and rediscover the explosiveness that had made him champion. For Ankalaev, the second fight was validation. Many believed his style, though dominant, lacked excitement. A rematch against Pereira offered the chance to prove that his technical precision wasn't just effective, but definitive. Beyond personal pride, the bout also carried enormous implications for the division. The winner would determine the light heavyweight hierarchy heading into 2026. The build-up to their rematch at UFC 320 was intense, and then the day finally came. The rematch took place on October 5th, 2025 at UFC 320, again in Las Vegas, with the stakes higher than ever. Ankalaev walked in as the champion. Pereira was determined to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his.
On the other side, Pereira closing the...
The opening minute was filled with tension. This time, Pereira was faster, more focused, and far more explosive.
Goal befitting a champion.
6'3" and 6'4". I'm sitting there at 5'10" on a big day. These guys are light heavyweights. They're massive. Pereira's on the prep.
At just over a minute into the first round, Pereira feinted with a jab, then uncorked a thunderous right hand that landed flush on Ankalaev's chin.
Forward, he's very difficult to deal with.
Oh! That's a big right hand! Oh, Ankalaev immediately shoots!
He hurt him bad!
Ankalaev...
The champion fell backward, stunned, as Pereira swarmed with precision ground strikes.
Strikes from Poatan!
Oh my goodness! He hurt him bad with that.
Oh, now the elbows! Herb Dean closing the distance!
Referee Herb Dean stepped in at 1 minute 20 seconds of round one, declaring Alex Pereira the winner by knockout.
Oh, doing it! Alex Pereira back on top of the world!
Went right to him and...
The crowd erupted. Pereira had done what few thought possible: avenged his loss and recaptured the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship in spectacular fashion.
Domination!
That was crazy.
Went right to him and took him apart.
1 minute and 25 seconds.
His victory wasn't just about power, it was about adaptation. He had learned from his defeat and executed perfectly. With the series now tied 1-1, the rivalry between Pereira and Ankalaev became one of the defining storylines in modern MMA. Both men emerged with their legacies enhanced. Ankalaev as the strategist who dethroned one of the most dangerous strikers in the sport, and Pereira as the warrior who reclaimed his crown with thunderous vengeance.